Just give me liberty, or give me death.
My name is William Thomas Jr. We have a couple members of our board here from the Improvement League as well. Janelle Johnson, Henry Davis, Henry Johnson, and our longtime member Henry Johnson as well, his son in the back. Again, C.L. Townsend is a member, as well as Ione is a member of the Improvement League. All right, so again, like I said, we're a nonprofit organization. It's been operating in Plant City since 1982, founded by the late Jerry Bailey, who was an educator in Hillsborough County. We mainly focus on a number of entities such as education, economic development, and a couple of noble projects in the community are the African American Museum, the Bing Rooney House, as well as the CSI, Junior CSI Forensic Science Program. We've got middle school, high school kids enrolled in the Forensic Science Program. It's probably one of the kind in the state. These kids attend and compete in statewide.
You need to live on this wage, otherwise you're depressed and you're not part of society. That's nonsense. I don't believe that, nor do the majority of Americans. We don't believe that you're not worth it if you don't make $15 an hour. Let's let the system work, and let's pay what the wages are actually supposed to be. So as a whole, the costs are not overly inflated for everybody, and we don't actually lose jobs.
Thank you. Now go to our third panelist, Mr. Coronado.
I'm not a teacher, but I'm a pastor. Y'all can hear me, right? Well, my question ties along also with the economic justice. I'm here to hear integrity in you gentlemen, so I'm pretty sure everybody is too. But my question is on education. It has been said that education is the key to improving our economy. Recently, the business editor of the Tampa Bay Times identified 5 economic trends that will drive our local economy. One of them, out of those 5, but one of the things of it is that over 40% in our community is in the poverty level. What plans for education do you have that will bring the best? What plans for education do you think will be best to address in our areas level of poverty and provide opportunities for our people to find good paying jobs?
Yeah. That's a great question. I was meeting with some folks in Plant City this morning about the Midtown redevelopment, and I go right back to the trade schools. Hurricane Irma, my family, we were out without power for 6-7 days, and you're happy when the lineman comes by. You don't think about it much until you're in that situation, but that is a trade that pays well. Those guys, in my book, are heroes. Out there right after a storm, hazards, that's a good job. I would imagine, a very rewarding job. You move into electricians, plumbers, tradesmen and women, that these are high-paying jobs, a great quality of life. And I'd like to see a lot of that here in Plant City. I'd like to be the epicenter of Hillsborough County for getting the next generation prepared to grow Florida, to grow this district.
When it comes to education, I believe the first thing we have to do is stop cutting the budget. This year, the state of Florida cut the budget for the Hillsborough County School Board by $154 million. Where did that money go? They redirected that money towards for-profit charter schools, businesses. The wife of the Speaker of the House manages one of these charter schools. This is a relationship that I think is being exploited, and it's coming at the expense of the taxpayer. We need to protect the budget for the school board. We need to make sure that every child can take the bus to school in the morning. Parents are already busy and working hard. That's an extra hurdle they need to jump to get up in the morning and get their kids to school. Kids need to make sure they have air conditioning in class. They need to make sure they have the proper resources, the technology. We need investment in more vocational and trade schools. We need to train our students to have good paying jobs, and we need to make sure that wages are increasing so that when they do graduate, they can find those jobs, they will be good at those jobs, and they can earn a living wage.
Thank you.
Well, we're talking about education, and we can create jobs. We're talking about what kind of job we need in our district. If you ask me about my experience, I can tell you we need to reinforce technical schools. We need to increase education about the hair care. Why? Because we got a lot of new citizens and we got these hair plans, etc., etc. Well, I can tell you about my personal experience. I'm from Puerto Rico. I'm educated from Puerto Rico as a paramedic, and when I came to the state, I cannot do my profession. I got a situation, and I can do my profession as a security guard. So I need to continue find out on what level of education I can fit so I can make a decent living. I found my solution. I think we need to be focused specific on this district with the environment. We need to start doing recycling. We need to start bringing jobs who can create solar power. I share this with you because it's important. It's about get educated. It's educated on what going to benefit the persons, or the industry, or the government. One more thing. It's very simple. If you want a better education, we need to come together. We need to support public school with more funding. We need to support unions, the ones who are helping the community to train young people who cannot afford college. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Zamai.
Yes, sir. So, when we look at our K through 12 educational system, what does it really push? What's the big thing to say? Be successful, you need to go to college, right? Everyone says that. When we look at society, that's not necessarily the truth. It was right for me. It's right for Ahmad. That's great for us. That doesn't mean that it's right for everybody. So when you have a system that pushes things like the FCAT, that pushes the SAT on everybody and says, well, you want to be a welder, that's nothing. You need to be a doctor. You need to be a lawyer. That beats a lot of society down because there aren't that many doctors and lawyers, let's be honest. And we don't need that many. So what we need to focus on in K through 12 schools is really looking at, like a lot of people have been talking about, trade schools. We need to have welding certification programs in our K through 12 schools. We need to have the ability to have classes in small business management. Why can't you become a chef when you're in high school? If that's your passion, why do you need to go through Algebra 2 if you just want to cook food and be a chef? You want to be a great chef. It doesn't make sense. Yet that's what we push in our K through 12 schools. And really to get there, what we need to do is redirect funds from our current budget to the public education program. I know, as a libertarian, that sounds crazy, that I want more money towards public education. But we look at what we're doing, the amount of people that are going to public school right now, we cannot hold that down. That's 80+% of our young people are going to public education. We can't steal something from them before they even have a chance at making their own life. So we need to give them an opportunity to make their own life. Not say you need to go to college or you get nothing. And hey, by the way, here's no money. Doesn't make sense. So once again, government's the problem.
Well, we've made it through the first round. And please, how about a round of applause for our candidates who are working so hard.
Just give me liberty, or give me